Hey! Happy Triforce Shard Saturday. That is what we are calling today. Because from now until X amount of time, an unspecified number of hours it will take to collect all 8 Triforce shards, which is what I'm finally finishing up the game with. This is one of the last final things that I have to do before I beat Ganondorf. The final boss fight is gonna be sometime soon-ish, but like I said, right now I'm still working on getting all of the Triforce shards. So I've heard this part is cumbersome, a little bit tedious. Gotta go talk to Tingle, and I gotta get Triforce charts, and I have to do filling out my C chart, which is not very filled out at this point. So like I said, there is an undetermined, I have no clue how much time it will take to complete this. Have you collected all the treasure maps and treasures? Saul, welcome in. Happy Saturday. I have not, I don't think. Let me pull up my charts. So I have, let's see, Triforce chart 2, Triforce chart 6. Wait, was that both Triforce? Yeah. And then some treasure charts as well, but not all of them. So there's still quite a bit of collecting. Yeah, that's tedious and takes forever. Yes. So that's where I'm at in the game, and I'm so happy to have you all here with me through this tedious part of the game. I am currently not too concerned, unless anybody here is aware of treasure chests or treasure charts that I definitely should be looking out for or should be getting. My primary goal today, and for the next however many streams it takes, is to get all of the treasure charts, not the treasure charts, the Triforce charts and the Triforce shards, and fill out my the C chart in the meantime while I'm working on that, because I guess Tingle is going to have to decipher things on my chart. Saul, you said the GameCube version is a bigger pain. On the HD version you get a quick I know, Saul, I've heard that, and that's so disappointing for me, because I'm playing on the Nintendo Switch Online version of the game, which is the GameCube version of the game. I have the Nintendo Switch 2 GameCube controller, so that's fun. I enjoy playing with this way of playing. I've only ever played the GameCube version, and that was a long time ago. Never beat it. Hi, Lebowski. Welcome in. Happy Saturday. How are you? Never beat the game, and so this will be my first full playthrough. I've never gotten this far before, but I wish that I could do the quick sailing. That's something I've heard about on the Wind Waker HD with the Wii U version, which unfortunately I'm not playing and I don't have. Happy blessed Saturday, Lebowski. What are you up to today? How's your day been going? Are you enjoying it, Saul? Yes, yes, yes. This is one of my favorite games of all time, definitely. Let alone like favorite Zelda games, although I haven't finished any other Zelda game except for Echoes of Wisdom. So this will be my second Zelda game that I beat, and I'm really enjoying it. Yes, yes, that's all that matters. You're absolutely correct. And since I don't know any different, I don't know what is better, or I haven't experienced the easier, better side of it with the GameCube or the Wii U. I'm fine with this. Lebowski, you said you just got back from the mountains, put a bunch of videos and pictures on your TikTok. Take a look later when you get the time. Yes, I can't wait to see. That sounds amazing. What a wonderful time. Steezy, hi. Happy Saturday. How are you? Welcome in. So glad to see you here. So, I also see I have a couple people on the Purple app. Hello, hello, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're up to. Happy to have you here. I am streaming on both platforms, so if you'd prefer to have a full screen view, I am on the Purple app as well. So, I believe I have my name, like my username rotating, yeah, on the stream, so you can find me over there. Bet you can't go 30 seconds without smiling 10. I can when I'm battling. I think I get ultra hyper focused when I'm in any kind of combat moment. And so maybe in those times I don't smile, but that's a good bet. I wouldn't necessarily fight you on that bet. How are you doing, 10? Happy Saturday. So happy to have you in here. Okay. We are gonna go to, I think, well, I just need to keep filling out my C chart, because Tingle, whenever I need him to decipher information for me, he's not really gonna be able to do much unless, well, he's not gonna be helpful for me, because I guess he's gonna describe areas on the map based on what they look like, and I won't know that unless I get all of these spots on the map filled out on the C chart. So I need to get them all filled out so that I know what Tingle's referencing whenever he tells me different things. You said you're at a 10 out of 10 right now. Wow, that's awesome. What's got you at a 10 out of 10 right now? My chair is not positioned ideally. Okay. Just 1 second though. I'm gonna make a quick update here, and then I will get into it. Posting on my story that I am live now, and also on IG. I'm gonna put that on there. 1 second. I forgot to do this. Sorry, y'all. Okay. Focus time. Not sure it's a good day today. It is. It's a Saturday. It is snowy. Snowy where I am. I woke up and the ground was covered in snow. Hold on, I need a drink. And it's been snowing all day. And it just keeps piling up. So I like it. It's pretty, but I do not want to go outside at all. And it's just going to get gross in a few days, which is a bummer. Is it snowing where you guys are at? Or what's the weather like where you are? Vivid Snake, hi! Welcome in. Happy Saturday. Happy to have you back here. How are you doing? The snow isn't too bad right now, so you have a little bit of snow right now. Yes, you do. You want to make Meg Angels. We know it. That reminds me of like being a really little kid and bundling up in snow pants and a coat and like a jacket under the coat and a long sleeve under the jacket and long sleeve pants, or like long underwear basically under the snow pants, and big socks and snow boots and mittens or gloves and a really warm hat. Oh my god, and a scarf. That, and then getting in the snow, making snow angels, and then taking it all off and just snow dripping everywhere. The house being so wet, like the floor, the entryway, everything. I don't know. I just have such a strong memory of that. I can't picture myself doing that now. It was just so much work to even get dressed enough to go out there. Snacks, hi, welcome in. Happy to have you here. I love the emojis or the emotes. I love seeing you use those. Yay. You said I'm blech, gotta go back to work at 5. No, are you in Eastern time like me, Vivid Snake? Is it 3 where you are? It's sticking, but not too bad. What is snow? I'm in Texas. Bruh. What do you feel? How do you feel about not experiencing snow every year? Do you wish that you did? It's 80 degrees here? Holy, what? What? I guess apparently there's a range of -2 to 12 degrees tomorrow. That is not okay with me. And you're out there with 80 degrees? That's freaking crazy. That's wild. You're still stuck on the long underwear comment. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. I was like a kid in the early 2000s and late 90s. I'm pretty sure it was like long underwear that we would wear under our clothes, which we would wear under our jacket, which we would wear under our coat and our snow pants. It was so many layers. Steezy grew up in SA, same city as me, in Texas. Oh, what? That's awesome. You forgot we were in the same time zone. I'm sorry, Vivid Snake. It's hard to keep track. I apologize. Here's the crazy part. When I left work, it was 28 degrees. I was outside with no jacket and drove home. Oh my God. With the window down. Why? Why did you do that? 29? 10? Yeah, it's probably about that here. I don't know exactly how cold it is actually right now, but it probably is close to that. Snow and ice is your element, Lebowski? Not mine. I mean, it's fine if I can stay in. But if I have to go anywhere, I hate it. I absolutely hate it. Snacks, how's the weather where you are? Is it snowy or cold or somehow 80 degrees? How's it going with the weather? I will always miss and love Texas, but fell in love with Utah and the mountains. Oh, yeah. I guess it's beautiful, that's for sure, especially if there's mountains. It's kind of flat here where I am in Indiana, so it's not as beautiful. The cold air felt good because you're dealing with heat at work, Vivid Snake. That makes sense. You work in food. That makes sense. Yeah, kitchens are extremely hot. So I get that now. That makes sense. You said you're in Illinois. It's frigid. It feels like 11 degrees. You're right next to me then. State-wise, map-wise, that's very cold and probably very similar to what it feels like here. Snacks. Okay, back to it then. We're gonna get into it. So I need to sail. Where am I, by the way? Okay, I'm at the Oasis. I just wrapped up getting a sea chart here at the Oasis that I got the deed to from Miss Marie. And now I need, I guess, to continue filling out my sea chart. Lebowski, the galaxy, what? What? You gave me a galaxy. Happy everything. Thank you. Wow. I was going to say Merry Christmas. Just all the holidays. You covered all of them. Ooh, good thing I didn't leave yet. I just realized I can crawl under here. Definitely want to get these little rupees. Thank you so much, for real, Lebowski. You are such a blessing. You have blessed me so much, truly. Oh, great. She's going to be distracted for an hour now. FM, hi. Happy Saturday. How are you? Good to see you in here. You said yours is good and chill. You're loving the weather. We were just talking about that, FM. What's the weather like for you? Is it cold there? Is it snowing? Do you like snow? Oh, it is very cold, very snowy here. Very, very cold and snowy. Speaking of maps, Hulk Smash, what do you mean speaking of maps? What is the speaking of maps that we are speaking of? What is the transition that you are speaking of? What do I do? What do you want me to do? Oh, what's this? What? Hello, swordsman. I haven't seen you in a while. How have you been? Huh? You say the forest trees my fellow Koroks have planted are withering? So it's true. As you can see, the forest tree I've planted is doing the same. I can't help but think that this too is the result of Ganondorf's evil plot. Could it be? Regardless, in order to bring the life back into this poor withered sapling, I will certainly need forest water. Swordsman, could you please go to the forest haven and bring back some of the water that flows around the great Deku tree? Could you sprinkle it on this tree? Please, I beg of you. Okay. I remember too with the water from the forest haven by the Great Deku Tree, its powers only last for a short period of time is what I remember. I can't remember exactly how much, maybe like 20 minutes or maybe even less than that. What? I just got a heart? Is this healing water? What? The water heals? Is that what just happened? Yes! Wow, that's good to know. I can come here and get healed up. Oh no, you're on the Tingle side quest. Isaiah, welcome in. Blue Light, welcome in. W. Lebowski, for real, for real. Which link is the best? Cheesy Poof 7. You will need the rupees to decipher the chart. Yes, so right now I have 3,127 rupees. I don't know exactly how many I need for the charts, y'all. Does anybody here know? I love the link in this game, if that's what you mean when you say which link is the best. I love this link. Where did I just lost that chat where you said that. And then got a lot of maps to fill in. Yes, I have so many grids on my map to fill in and charts and things. How are you doing, Blue Light? How are you doing? Yeah, and then Isaiah, yeah, I guess it's technically not a side quest because I actually have to do this. Soul Tide, I see we've made tons of progress since I last got on this live. When's the last time you were here, Soul Tide? I am currently on the not side quest. Now I'm all thrown off. On the main quest, the main objective is to get my treasure shards and shards. I can't say it right. I have to be so careful with how I say it because there's treasure shards and treasure charts, and I keep combining it. Or Triforce. Oh, yeah, I can't even say it right. There's so many charts. Treasure shards. Yeah, not the waffle platforms. It's an oasis. Yeah. I didn't realize that meant that it would heal me, I guess, with the waffle platforms. Good, Blue Light. I'm happy to see you again. And it was good seeing you in Annie's stream earlier, too. Anyway, Triforce charts or Triumph forks. Bait that fish. She loves baiting the fish. You got plenty of bait still? Yes. Hulk smash. I have 10 bait. And then these Huey pairs, whatever that does as well. But I can go get more bait. You said you're feeling better now? Yay! You have eaten hopefully plenty since the last time we talked. I'm gonna turn it, I don't like this. I'm gonna make it daytime. Whoops, that was not what I meant to do. And then I'm gonna go to just sail around and fill out my map. Thank you so much for the I'm ready. I'm ready, Soul Tide. I'm ready. I haven't even seen those. I didn't even know there was SpongeBob gifts. That's awesome. I love it. Okay, yeah, so I got it. Oh, the Song of Passing is what I was gonna do. Right, left, down. Right. I just said it. No, right. Left, down. I'd fill it out and explore the islands as well. Okay, so that's where I'm gonna be because a bubbly time! Holy cow! Thank you. That's a pretty big gift. Thank you so much, Soul Tide. Wow. That's so freaking cute. I guess they're doing that because of the SpongeBob movie. That is adorable. Why do I keep jumping in this boat? I guess I like it better than mine. Oh, I need to equip. Well, okay. So what did you just send me? A game controller, Soul Tide. What the heck? Thank you so much. I so appreciate you. You are just being so generous. Thank you. And maybe I'll finally reach, there's like goals on TikTok for people who stream about gifts and stuff. And there's something about like a variety of gifts, and I don't think I've ever reached that goal where it like somehow changes, but maybe I will now. I don't know. It wants me to get different types of gifts for some reason. It cares about that. I don't know why, but that is definitely contributing to that. Thank you so much. How many Triforce charts do you got so far? I have, hold on. Let me get my sail equipped and then I will tell you. Let's see here. You have to set the live goal to something because it doesn't have anything set in it yet. What do you mean, Soultide? What do you mean by that? Do you see a live goal on your part? I'm using Restream. I'm not streaming directly through TikTok Live Studio because I'm streaming both on the Purple app and on TikTok. And my computer is not good enough to process TikTok Live Studio to stream on there and Purple app on the same time unless I do Restream. There's a live goal, but it just says 0 out of 0 for you. Oh, that could be why. Yeah. It's too much on my computer to try to use TikTok Live Studio. But maybe from my phone. Maybe I can set it on my phone right now. Let me see. Let's see here. I'll just check really quick before I keep going. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know how to manage it from... I don't know if I have to do it on the... I'm gonna check one more time. Alex, hello! Most live goals are like the 1 cent or 5 cent gifts, but make it easy to fill. Huh. Let me see here. I'm doing good, Alex. I'm trying to figure something out real quick with the TikTok like live goals, which maybe, hold up. Maybe I can set from my computer without opening up TikTok Studio. I do have a follower goal. You should be able to see that on my screen. What the heck? But what the heck? I don't want to use TikTok Live Studio. What did you just send me? Hold on. What? A gold boxing gloves times 3. Thank you so much. Aw, Blue Light. Thank you. Thank you. How are you doing, Alex? Today what just happened? Oh, Trevon. Trayvon, thank you so much for following me. How do you say your name? Thank you for the follow. Yeah, I am working on filling out my C chart. And also finding all the Triforce shards and Triforce charts.
Do it, lady.
And that's a whole thing. Thank you for the heart me, Soultide. Yay, you're in my fan club. You said it right the first time. It's Trevon. Yay! I do too. So far, I mean, I've almost kind of almost done. There's like one big thing I'm working on right now. And then I have the Ganondorf fight and then I'm done, but I don't know how long it's going to take me to get that all done. So yeah, I hope my goal overall is to finish this game by the end of the year. We'll see if that actually happens, but that is the goal right now. Let's see here. Oh, maybe I found something. Maybe.
Lady.
I'm gonna, if I don't figure out how to do this without using Live Studio right now,
lady.
then then I'm just gonna stop doing this. What did you just send? I'm ready ×9 and Tiny Christmas. Oh my god! Thank you. Probs not. You think it's gonna take weeks for me to finish? No, I don't like to hear that. I do only play like 6 hours a week or so, usually. So what the heck? No, I keep clicking the wrong thing. So because I don't play a lot every week, I think that is part of why it could take me into next year, possibly, unfortunately. Okay, yeah, I cannot figure it out, unfortunately, and it's just too much for me to play around with right now. But maybe next time I will have something figured out so I can set a goal. I don't know if I answered your question, but yes, it feels good to eat again. Yes. What's been your favorite thing that you've eaten so far since then? Apparently my TikTok scrolled away, but didn't it left you on... What? It left my audio... Wait, didn't it left you on... but audio from another stream? That's so weird. So you were hearing somebody else's audio, but you saw me? That is so weird. Are you playing the GameCube version of the Switch 2? GameCube version of... Yes. Yes, this is the Switch 2 GameCube controller. I'm playing on Switch 2 online. The pinch face, Sultide, you're like full of blessings for me today. Thank you so much. Thank you. That is so cute. I'm gonna have to figure out the TikTok goals just for you so that you can get something. I don't know what you get out of reaching those, but thank you. Flower headband? That's so amazing. Holy crap. What in the world? This is like the most gifts I've ever gotten. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. I changed it to daytime and I'm gonna go, I guess since I'm closer to the bottom and my bottom of my C chart, thank you so much for the boxing gloves ×4 in the rose. Oh my God. Thank you. Steezy, you gave me the rose. Thank you. So I know that with the Wii U HD, Wind Waker HD version, you can sail faster, which I won't be able to do, unfortunately. Thank you, Steezy, for the rose. The goals are essentially just for the streamer to let people know they want to try to get this many likes or followers or gifts. I see. Well, at least you can see my follower goal. And ultimately, gifts are so appreciated. However, I don't want anybody to give beyond their means or give if they're not comfortable with giving. I would not want anybody to do that. So that's why, too, I don't necessarily love the idea of setting gift goals, because I don't want anybody to feel pressured to use real money to give me gifts on TikTok. There are plenty of free ways to support me as well. So following me, liking the stream, sharing the stream, commenting or chatting on the stream, all of those things are extremely supportive and they're free. And I don't want anybody to feel pressured to give or spend money, like I said. Unless the name is Sultide. Well, Sultide, clearly, it seems like Sultide wants to, and I really appreciate that. If you want to and you can, wonderful. I won't tell you no. Thank you so much. Generous Saturday for you, helping people hit live goals or just being kind. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hang on, I'm recharging my wallet. Wow, Steezy. Thank you. Reno Sao Copper. What? You gave me a heartbeat and followed me? What is happening, guys? Thank you so much. Thank you. Nothing's even happened yet. I so appreciate you all. I don't even know what to say. Thank you. I'm blushing probably. Hi, Brayden. Welcome in. Happy Triforce Shard. Triforce? Yeah, Triforce Shard. Saturday. How are you today? Oh, 20 Go Populars. Holy moly. Rito, thank you so much for the gift. Thank you. Wow. I'm getting such a variety of gifts today. Like I said, on my end, there are goals for gifts that I have to level up. And I think when people level up in the background, things that you don't see, are they get pushed to more audiences. And they climb higher in the streaming or live rank. So more people can see them. They get more visibility from things like a variety of gifts and more gifts. So it is helpful. I will say that. I just don't want people to feel pressured to do that because I'm okay with however I end up growing or whoever I do reach. I'm happy with what I can do. Gold boxing gloves. Thank you so much, Steezy. Hi, BG Dubs. Get it here just in time, it seems. Hi, all. Hi, how are you today, Reno? So happy to have you here. I'm doing good, BG Dubs. I'm so happy to see you. Do you work today? I'm glad you're here. Hi there, Brayden. Thank you so much. You guys are killing it. I am very, very grateful. Thank you. Okay, I gotta go south, so I'm gonna make the direction of the wind change. Nope, that's not right. I think it's... I was gonna start by filling out the bottom of my sea chart, and then I will... Actually, maybe I should go south. Well, I'll just go south, but eventually I'm gonna have to go east or west, either way. Maybe I should go southwest and take care of the bottom left corner. I don't know. I think that's what I'm gonna do because there's only one on the bottom left. The game controller. No freaking way, Steezy. You found your sister's credit card. You're using your sister's credit card, Steezy. Do you have her permission to be doing that? Weast. Yes, going Weast. Andrew, hi. Welcome in. Where are we? We are in process of completing my sea chart and oh, I'm already in the oh, I want to go here, unexplored sector, and I guess I can get this one on the way too. I'm completing my sea chart and I'm working on getting Triforce shards and charts. I need to get Tingle to decipher some information for me. Wumbo. Turn the dial to Wumbo, or what was it? It was the belt. He had it set to Wumbo. You still haven't done that? I've done some of that. Obviously, I have some of the sea chart filled out, and then I have some of the two Triforce charts, and it's empty. It is half full. It's about half full. I can tell you're a cup, the cup is half empty kind of person though, not half full. I'd say it's half full. It's empty! Yo! What are you looking at? It is not. It looks good. It has good progress to me. He, she, we, Wumbo. I am a walrus. Change that to I am Wumbo. Cuckoo Kachoo, Cuckoo Kachoo. Okay, I'm not yet in a new grid. Happy weekend! Holy freaking moly! That's 599. Jesus, thank you so much, Soultide. You are truly a blessing. All of you have been very generous today. I'm shook. Before I got on here, I was so freaking tired and just did not feel like... I was concerned about how streaming would go today because I just felt like I don't have it today. I do not have the energy to be here, and you guys are energizing me with your generosity. Thank you so freaking much. It is a happy weekend. You guys are making it very even happier than it was. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm getting into the bottom of my sea chart. That's a fish. Have I filled this one out yet? Yeah, wait, is this a new one? Two-eye reef. No, I've already done that. Okay. Keep going. Stay focused. You need 6 more Triforce charts. You're doing great so far. Thank you so much, Soultide. I really appreciate it. I don't know why. I think it's partially the snow and the cold weather. It really just makes me not want to do anything. Like, I get so freaking tired and blech in the winter. Roche, thank you so much for the follow. I'm so happy to have you here. How are you doing? Do you like this game? Nikki, you're here.
Lady.
Swag McGee, you've been procrastinating finding the ghost ship. Not gonna lie, I accidentally found the ghost ship. Swag McGee, also welcome in, by the way. I accidentally found it, and I did not interact with it at that time because I was working on doing something else anyway. Which way do I want to go? I'm turning the right way, I think. I need to go more west now than I currently am. I've already gotten that fish. Let me do this really quick. Good morning, Nikki. It's afternoon here. How are you, though? Wish you could relive this game again for the first time. Heba, well, you can live vicariously through me if you stick around. This is my first time playing the game all the way through. Whoops, I did not mean to do that. So everything has been brand spanking new to me for a very long time. Most of this game, has felt very, very new, especially because the last time I played this, the Sweaty Teddy Soul Tide, what? I just saw that. Thank you so much. What is a Sweaty Teddy anyway? Is he working out? Why is he sweaty? Why? Get yourself some coffee and snuggle. That is exactly what I'm gonna do after this, Nikki. Snuggles and coffee. That is what I want. Also, I don't know if you guys know, I do have posted some about Animal Crossing. This is the time of year when I get back into Animal Crossing, like every single year. Hi, Vag, Morningstar. I'm not sure about saying your name on the stream, but hello. How are you? Heba, I am kind of close to the end of the game. I'm collecting, well, I'm trying to complete my C chart. I'm collecting Triforce charts and need to get those deciphered and get the Triforce shards. So I'm probably like 80%-ish done. Maybe I should stop here at this shop really quick before I keep going, because I could get some more bait for sure. I believe I'm gonna need that for something involving Tingle or something like that.
Do it, lady.
Yeah, Fest Pop ×3 Soul Tide. Thank you so much. Yes, Beetle. I would like to buy stuff. I would like to buy all-purpose bait. Yes, I'll buy it. Have you ever opened up the Incredible chart? I don't believe so. You love the pears, Brayden? Can you tell me what the pears are good for? I'll get another pear. I have 2 right now. I don't really know their purpose. I remember right before I started playing this game, I read about it, but I don't remember right now. I don't need any more than I already have, okay? I don't need any more than, okay. Does that just mean that my pockets are full? That I can't hold any more than I already have? You can use them to control seagulls. What's the purpose of controlling seagulls? Where is this? Is this outset? Huh. Do I still have my, am I an outset? Wow. Okay. While I'm here, there's probably nothing I need to do here, but I was gonna check and see. I think I still have 2 servings of my elixir soup. I didn't use it for the last boss fight at all. So, and I cannot fill up the empty bottles with more of that, unfortunately. So I don't think I really need to be here. I'm gonna keep going west to the bottom left space that I haven't yet filled out. And then I'm gonna go right. You can, oh, some islands require you to use them, to use the seagulls, like to control them. Why? Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. That's interesting. Lady. Sultide, a freaking galaxy? Bruh. What? Are you for real right now? Thank you so much. Thank you. Stacy, you said, what do I want for Christmas? I asked Santa, aka my parents, for I don't know if any of you guys remember Webkins. those were my jam when I was like 10 or whatever, when they first came out. Did any of y'all ever play with Webkins? Or am I talking about something completely foreign to you? There's like a new generation of Webkins, and they're so freaking cute. So I've asked for Webkins. I am in my 30s, and I asked for Webkins, yes. I also would love the Game Boy Lego set that came out earlier this year. I love Legos. Obviously, I have a lot of Lego stuff here, and I really want the Game Boy Lego set. It looks super cool. So that's what I asked Sandy Claus for. Okay. This is a fish that I have not yet baited, so I'm gonna bait this fish. You can get fairies for your other bottles at the Outset Island. I totally missed that. Soul Train going crazy. What do you mean Soul Train going crazy? Soul Tide. Soul Tide. Yes. Soul Tide is popping off. Big W for Soul Tide, for real. You remember Webkins, Steezy? Yay. I'm not just talking into the void about Webkins. Yeah, so if you don't know what Webkins are, they are plushies, like stuffed animals that are they are animals, obviously, but they come with codes so that you can, whoops, I forgot what I was doing, so that you can play with them. Whoops. There we go. That worked. I forgot to target on him. So that you can play with them on the web, online. Kind of like Neopets, but you have the actual physical version of the pet or stuffed animal too. Is Heba? Yes, Heba's another gamer girly. Yes, I think, unless Heba identifies in other ways and is not a girly, but Heba's another gamer for sure. You mean that Lego Game Boy set? Yes, the Lego Game Boy set is what I want. It looks super freaking cool. I saw somebody figured out how to make it actually work too. I read an article about that. They had made a playable one. Okay, boy, small fry. Yeah, I've heard. I take it you want a chart and information? Then start by opening up your sea chart. Okie dokie, we are going to find out information about this spot. What is it? Oh, okay. Don't know, but all right. You remember this fish. This is a new fish, Wicked. Welcome in, by the way. Happy Saturday. I'm going to be talking to lots of fish, and all of them are different fish, apparently. What do you guys want for Christmas? What did you ask for Christmas, everybody? If you celebrate Christmas, or if you don't celebrate Christmas, but you do celebrate some other gift-giving holiday, because I know there are a couple during the month of December. What did you ask for? What do you want? You need to get back to this game, Charles. I started playing when I got my B switch to and got to Dragon Roost, bro. You have so much to do. There is so much more. It blew my mind how full this game is. I highly recommend you keep going. Oh, thank you so much for the heart me, Wicked. Thank you. What game are you gonna play when you beat this? So actually, Snacks, I don't know if Snacks is still on the Purple app, but Snacks was chatting in the Purple app, or got me the digital code for Pokemon ZA. Bless Snacks forever. So I'm actually going to be playing Pokemon ZA. As soon as I finish this is what I'm going to be moving on to next. And then after ZA, I'll likely do another Zelda game. So I'm taking a little break from Zelda, and then I'm going to get back into Zelda stuff after Pokemon ZA. You asked Santa to pay your Mustang off and get you a PC set up too. Nice. How much is left on your Mustang? That sounds very, very nice. Very cool game. You played it and beat it. You beat ZA already? How long did it take you? On the island due east of here lives an old man who was once a master swordsman. He's got proof of it too. Yes, I've already talked to him. Well, okay, I've already done that. Great. Okay, now I'm gonna go east. I am going west. Whoops, now I need to go east to fill out the remaining 3 or 4 grid squares on my C chart on the bottom row. That's what I'm gonna do next. Did I say thank you for the heart me, Wicked? If I didn't say it, thank you for the heart me. I feel like I did say it, but now I'm double guessing if I actually did. Okay, we are gonna keep going and hopefully nobody attacks me. Oh, I need to equip something just in case they do. And we're gonna work on filling out the 3 grids on the bottom row of my C chart. I'm gonna do exactly the same thing I just did and talk to Bait the Fish, talk to them so they tell me what is in that grid in the chart, and then keep it moving. You already got what you want. Wait, what? The chat, no! You already got what you would have wanted, Christmas, a guy who takes extra good care of you. Oh, that's so sweet, Blue Light. Aww. Do you and Jonah have any, like, Christmas traditions that you do with each other or your families? Is this the GameCube version or the Wii U, Charles? This is the GameCube version. I'm playing it on the Nintendo Switch too, just like you did. So I'm playing online with the Nintendo Switch Online games, and I have the GameCube controller that came out with the Nintendo Switch 2. And this is my first full playthrough of the game. I've never beat it before, so this is my first time working on it. Don't forget to explore the islands too, because you don't want to have to fill it out, then have to go to explore the islands to find Triforce. Oh. Was there an island in the place that I just was at? There's an island here. But, oh, that's Outset Island and the grid spot that I'm currently on. There is this place here. Let me check what that is. Headstone Island. Hold on. Horseshoe Island. So I need to go to Horseshoe Island. Should I turn around then, Vivid Snake? I'm just gonna turn around because I'm closer now. Whoops. I'm closer to Horseshoe Island now than I will be once I move on with the game. So, turning around. I guess I was gonna do the square right hold on. I was gonna do the square right above that one though. So I could have just done nope. Okay, no, I'm not gonna turn around because I'm going back to the squares right above that. Anyway, sorry y'all. I just realized I am heading back in that direction either way. So I will go back over there to that Horseshoe Island whenever I go through the next row above me. Just pick a direction and stick with it, yeah. Yeah, so if you're new here or if you're not, but you haven't heard me say it before, I have ADHD. So if I get an idea or other information, it doesn't take much for me to quickly change my mind about something or for me to go, oh, okay, I'm gonna go work on this, and to drop what I'm currently working on or doing. For example, if I'm going east and then I'm like, oh yeah, I should have explored that island that I was just at, then I will change directions and then I will be like, wait, no, I'm gonna go back over there. Or I can get hyper focused on things too. So I don't change directions whatsoever. The Jolly Christmas. What? Thank you so much. The Tom Christmas. 2 Jollies, 2 Toms. Thank you. 10, you're awesome. Soul Tide. Thank you so much. What a blessing. Wow, I don't know if I've been here before. Oh my God, Senor Woofers, welcome in. Happy Saturday. How are you doing today? So happy to have you here. She's like, oh hey, how are you? Oh, squirrel. Yeah, pretty much. Sorry. It's a very squirrely day today. I go corner and go up, over, down, etc. Yeah, okay. Okay, wait. Hold on. So this place, can I even do anything here? Is this even an island that I can explore? How would I even get up on it? What is the benefit of being here? Is there a, oh, I've been here before. This is where Earth The Earth Temple was, I think, or the Wind Temple. One of those temples is where, yeah, I've been here before. Headstone Island was the giant head hiding one of the temples. Yes. Squirrel. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So, yes. We're going to hang out with my family who all love him just as much as I do. I love that. That sounds so fun. I'm so glad that they all get along and y'all love each other, because that makes all the difference, I'm sure, with family get-togethers, is how well you get along with in-laws. So I'm glad that everybody loves him, as they should. It makes sense. The GameCube version is harder. It doesn't hold your hand like the Wii U. Yeah, Charles, is that who said that? Yes, yes, yes. I have heard a lot of things that I guess are easier or improved. Okay, so on the Wii, yes, I need to see, there's that island here in the Two-Eyed Reef. I need to go a little bit more north to get to it. Is it that thing? Am I going the right direction? Is this it? Is this it? Yeah, I think this is it. And so I would really appreciate some of the things like sailing faster, because sailing is kind of slow on this game. However, I'm happy with the GameCube version. There's nothing wrong with it. It's the OG version of the game, but if I could sail faster, I wouldn't be mad about that, that's for sure. Wii U removes some of the Triforce charts and gives you the shards instead. Oh, that's cool. Oop, do not want that. Oop, oop. So this is interesting. I'm not loving this. Okay, what? I'm on Two-Eye Reef. Do I need to get out of my boat for this Two-Eye Reef to show up on the map? Because I have to click on the spot to actually see it. Is there a reason to be on in here where I'm getting bombs shot at me constantly by both the ships in the water, and there's like cannon things on the stones in the reef? Is there a good reason for me to stick around here? Wii U, it removes some of the Triforce. Oh yeah. It even reduces the shards too, if you recall, but yeah, it just makes a good game shorter. That sweet melody when the morning came around. Always love that part. Yes. Watching this kind of makes you want to play Sea of Thieves, you said, Soul Tide. What is Sea of Thieves? I've never played that game before. And what is the system that it's on? I love the morning song melody. Oh, are they gone now, or are they still here? They're still here. So again, chat, is there any reason for me to be here at all? I know for some places it's good to like explore, but these are like just automatic cannonball things. They're just going everywhere. I don't want to get... No! I don't really want to deal with that, and it doesn't look like there's anything like of benefit to get here. So I'm gonna keep going because it doesn't really look like that's helpful unless, chat, you feel otherwise or say otherwise. I'm leaving. I don't want to stick around there. Random, but I can't wait for Resident Evil 9. I've never played any Resident Evil games. Also, I'm not sure how I feel about these seagulls being right here. Is this one of the places where I would want to control seagulls because there's seagulls around and I couldn't do anything else at that island? Is that possibly something that I would want? So it's cross-platform on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. Open world pirate game. It's an absolute blast. That sounds like a lot of fun. I don't have Xbox or PlayStation, and PC-wise, I'm not even sure if my PC could handle PC games. I've never tried it, but I don't know that it has the capacity to play it. If it does, okay, I need to go Just keep going. Bruh. I still haven't filled out this spot on my map. I'm in a new spot, I think. Yeah, unexplored sector. I need to find the fish here. Get away from me! There, is that a fish? No, that's a treasure. I don't really care about those treasures. I need to get the fish! Okay, I need to go south. Kind of. Okay. Ah! Knowing Megan can probably handle 1990s PC games. Well, I got this computer, it's a laptop, so that's why it doesn't necessarily have like a lot of power. Jonah said to tell you take this. No! I will not! I will not take this. Think you can take me? That's what I say. That's what I say. Oh my god! No! No! Ah! Ah! Guys! Ah! They're hoarding, surrounding me? Get away! I don't like it. There's so many of them. Ah! I don't want to fight them right now. I think that this is the fish. No, that's not what I meant to do. No, that's not what I meant to do either. I keep doing the wrong inputs. Ah! I'm trying to check my map. I don't like these dudes. What is this? Why is that treasure so special looking? Stop. Why was that one so special? The panic is amazing. Nothing wrong with laptop. I got this laptop. It's a 2024. Okay. Now I can take care of them, I guess. Whoa, I didn't mean to do that. Come back to me, Boomerang. Where are you? Jeez, why did it take so long? Okay, I got that taken care of. There's the fish. I see the fish and I hear the treasure. So I'm gonna sail forward a little bit. It's really close to where I am. You can jump over them with R. Oh, okay, okay. But the PC doesn't have like a lot of whatever it needs to play computer games. I don't remember what it's called. They got Sea of Thieves on PlayStation now. What do you do on Resident Evil? Is that a scary game? Like a horror kind of game? The panic is amazing because it's special. The island also has treasure chest on it. You can get to it with the hook shot. Okay, good, good. Okay. I'm gonna get the treasure chest that was somewhere over here. I'm gonna see if I can just pick it up right here. I know I'm close. Yay, I got it. It was like super glowy. So I feel like it must be a special one. Any computer can play games. It just depends what you're trying to play. Survival horror. Okay. I got a piece of a heart. Yay, I have 2 pieces. I just need 2 more to complete another heart container. Awesome. I think I have 11 heart containers right now too. So that's extremely good. I'm gonna try to break these things and get the spoils. Okay, slowly, but can I not get them with my boat? No, I didn't realize I had to get out. Keyblade Master Eric 12, welcome in. How are you? Her grabbing the chest in one try. Yeah, I can't believe that I did that. I guess I nailed it. Yeah, survival horror scares me. Obviously, that's what it's meant to do, but I get especially scared. Ugh. I need to equip my sail, I guess. I thought maybe I could get there without it. It's not even going fast this way. I thought maybe it would go a little faster. Oh, 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 okay. Now I'm gonna equip my bait. Was that, okay. I keep forgetting to target on him. Your favorite genre game is survival horror? What other survival horror games do you like besides Resident Evil? I'm doing well, Keyblade Eric. I'm so happy to have you in here. I'm working on filling out my C chart on the game and getting Triforce shards, Triforce charts, rupees, and things. It's tedious. It's a little bit cumbersome, but I'm enjoying it. How or what have you been up to today? And we started talking about what people want for Christmas. Do you celebrate Christmas? And if so, or any holiday that involves gift giving in December? And if so, what do you want? You're not going to try and get the chest on this island? I am going to get it. I need to fill out this grid, and I saw the fish, and I wanted to do that before I forgot and just boated away. So I am going to do that after this. I can imagine you would be a hoot to play Phasmophobia with. I've heard about that game, but I've never played that game before. Tell me about Phasmophobia. Is that another... What? Well, is that a horror game? Boy, small fry. Yeah, I've heard. I take it you want a chart and information about this island? Then start by opening up your sea chart. Okay. Alrighty. Chat, I've already filled out just as many or maybe one more spots on my sea chart than I did on Wednesday. So this is good. Northeast of here is the Forest Haven. They say a truly unique kind of firefly is indigenous to that place. You heard of it, small fry. It emits bursts of light in 7 colors. Supposedly it's as beautiful as a rainbow. If you want to capture one though, you'd best have a bottle to keep it in. And that's all the info I've got to offer. What? Did I already see that fairy? I don't remember that one. I want that fairy. You've been playing Batman Arkham Asylum? Okay, I've seen a little bit about that game. Is that one available on the Switch? I've seen something. I think it is. What are you playing it on? Ghost hunting game that you can die in? Is Phasmophobia? Okay. Yeah, I would probably not do very well with that. But I'm down to try things. I'll try everything at least once, as long as, like, it isn't posing any immediate real life harm. Physically or emotionally to me or others. I will try it. Your goal is to find out the ghost. I love Phas LMAO. It still scares me and I've been playing it for a while. Okay. Then it definitely would scare me if it still scares you. It's horror because the guys who jump out of the grates make you consider it horror. That sounds really scary. I can't go fighting evil on an empty stomach, you know, and with that I'm off. Okay, okie dokie. I'm going back here now. Oh, I need to equip my sail again. And I'm going to see, I was told I can get here with the hook shot. So I'm gonna equip my hook shot now. Oh. All right, I did it. Oh, there's the treasure chest. I see it. I'm gonna make another suspend point. I've been playing this for about an hour and I've actually made some decent progress. I'm not upset. It doesn't feel like a lot, but I filled 2 or 3 spots out so far on my map already. And I've gotten a Triforce or not a Triforce, a heart piece for the heart containers. How do I get to that one? Can I use the hook shot to get over there? Or do I have to go in the hole? Shoot. Dang it. Yes, Batman is on the Switch, but you're playing it on the... It's probably better on the Switch too. I have the Switch 2 as well. At least graphics wise, like how how well and quickly everything can load. I don't know if I need to have weapons or something equipped here, but probably should. Probably will. Better safe than sorry. This is something that I can move. Yes. I don't know why. What am I looking for? Oh, I can get up there. Okay. And then I can move this, but I can't right now. Okay, climb up there. Climb. Bruh, climb! Get up. What? Oh, there's, oh. Yeah, I need to get these things down. Can the hook shot pull them? Don't remind me of empty stomachs. What did I say to make you think of empty stomachs? Blue light? There's a way up on that one island on the other side. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can't do anything with the hook shot here. I see that there's a chest up there and I need to let the light reflect to it, but this right here is blocking me. And I don't know, it doesn't look like I can move these blocks right here. Yeah, those are stuck. There's ones on top of them that can be moved. The fish? Oh, the fish. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He says I can't go. What does he say? I can't go fighting evil on an empty stomach, you know, something like that. I don't think that the leaf will work because that's higher up than the current level. There is only this one block that I can move, and I'm not exactly sure why or what the purpose of moving it is. It's the only block that I can move. I can't move it that way because of those blocks blocking it. I could move it. Oh, I understand now. I need to get it over here. Whoops. Well, pushed up here, then I can move these other blocks. Okay, climb, maybe. Yes. Ah, I need to pull this one out. Shoot, I don't know if I can while there's another. Okay, yes. I'm making like stairs, I think. Whoops. Hopefully that was correct. I don't know if maybe I do want all of them to drop. At least this one. Her brain is working. Oh, wait. Is there a way to fix it? Shoot, because dang it. No. If I leave and come back. Okay, that's what I was gonna say. I realize now I could have gotten on top of that block and used my reflector shield as soon as I did that. I thought maybe I couldn't for some reason. I thought I needed to open it up more for some reason. But I understand now. Yes, my brain is working right now. For some reason, today it is a little bit more awake than normal, apparently. This makes more sense to me than sliding puzzle. Obviously. Okay, I think I had it out. Whoops, this much, which worked. Oh, but I needed to have it so that I could at least get up next to that, and then I can move it down. It was working, and then it malfunctioned. Yeah, I had a little bit of a brain fart then. Okay, whoops, nope, nope, get down. Gotta pull this one out a little bit more now. Climb. Climb. That one's okay. Climb. Climb. Yay! Yay! We don't talk about sliding puzzle. Yeah, we don't talk about broom. No, no, no. Oh yeah, I have to take out my sword. Oh yeah, I have to be facing that direction. Okay, hold on. It says it's on it. Oh, oh. There we go. Yay! I got it. What is beyond beyond? I don't know what that is. Okay, so I can get on both sides. First, I'm gonna use my leaf and go straight ahead to that treasure chest right there. What is it? A silver rupee worth a whopping 200 rupees. It's time to jump for joy. Everybody jump for joy. Yay. Can I go in here? What? Maybe I should have made a suspend point before I did that. Actually, yeah, let me go back through there, make a suspend point. Just in, wait. Yeah, oh, it reset, right? What? Wow. Imagine having 3K and you jump for joy because of 200 rupees. Yeah, imagine. I mean, it's still helpful. I'm not going to, what is it? What is it? Beggars can't be choosers? I don't know. Kind of like that. But this is not, wait, what? Going through that, okay. Oh, I'm just on the other side of where I just was. Oh, okay, there's no point then, but I might want to, oh, now I'm just on this side. So what is the point? Like I said, your brain malfunctioned. Yeah, it just malfunctioned again. Oopsie. So, anyway.
Success.
Thank you, Asian, for the follow. Thank you so much. How are you? I guess there's no reason to go through those because every time I was going through it, you leave the room now to go back up top. Okay, so there's nothing else for me to do in here. I'm going to go back outside. Vivid Snake had said that there's a way to the top of this island where you can see another. Oh, I could just take the leaf, right? But is there, maybe not. Oh, there's a block right here. Is that not tall enough? I can't climb? Okay. I was like, what? I should be able to climb that. How's Wind Waker going? Hi, my name is Allie. Welcome in. I'm having a good time with Wind Waker. I am about, oh, that one, interesting. What do I do with this one? Oh, push it? Whoops. I am probably about 80% done with the game. And I'm really, really liking it. Okay. I would love to finish it anytime now, but in the meantime, I am really enjoying it. I think I'm gonna create a suspend point just in case this isn't right. Yeah. I don't think that was right. I think if it was there, then I could have used the leaf. How is your day going? My name is Allie. I'm happy to have you here. If you're still here, perhaps 2 pools now. Oh! Oh! I was for some reason thinking of using the leaf to like fly over. Not the smartest idea, I know. Okay, and then I see these guys. Well, that one. No, that wasn't right. That was too much, right? Maybe, maybe not. Maybe that was right. Ah, come on. Yay! Thank you so much for the heartbeat, Luigi Nut Gaming. Whoops, what am I doing? Okay, I panicked. I panicked. Oh, nice. You got some blue chew jelly. Keep it in your spoils bag. Deep within blue chews is a gelatinous essence that is said to be a magical cure-all, but unfortunately it can't be used in its current form. I know. Okay. No. Bruh. No! Oh my god. No! I hate his automatic jumping and stuff. It is so freaking annoying. He's so ready to jump off anywhere, anytime, all the time. How are you doing, Luigi Net Gaming? I'm so happy to have you in here. How's your Saturday going? Bruh. When I press up, you go up. Up. Why? Up. Thank you. Do not jump. Do not jump. That's Meg's skill. Lack of it. It's a skill issue. Hi, Kameda. Happy Saturday. How are you? Glad to have you here. Just woke up from a nap. Dang. Yeah, I napped a little bit this morning. After I woke up, I was like, I gotta go back to sleep. It's a very good day for a nap. I hope it was a good nap. You're good, Komeda? Good. Are you ready for Crema break? You got a piece of heart. You've collected 3 so far. Collect 1 more to increase your life energy. Yay! Now I just need 1 more. Okay, I'm done here. I'm gonna get back in my boat and keep going. If you just came in here, hi Twist the Fox. I'm so happy to have you in here. It's so freaking cold here too. It's freezing. Thank you so much for the follow, Obscure Mikalo. Thank you. Happy to have you here. How are you? Oh, I reached like a like goal or something, I think. Yay! Thank you guys so much for helping me reach that. Or was that a follow goal? Did I get 10 followers? Is that what that was? No, I'm at 6 followers. It's a like goal. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all. You're the best. You the best. Whoops. Why did I do that? That's not what I meant to do at all. Actually, I want that to be X, and then I'll make my Wind Waker Z, and then I'll make my Boomerang Y. When is your Christmas break, Komeda? When does it start? You got 6? How are you doing, Twist the Fox, besides cold? It's like, is it snowing there? It's snowing here. The best. You guys are the best ever. What did I get 6 of? 6 Triforce charts that I have to get still? Hold on. Okay, so I'm still going east. I need to go east, so I'm gonna change my direction with the wind to east. 6 followers. Oh yeah, 6 followers. Yes. Yes, I just checked, and I so appreciate those 6 followers. They're necessary to reach the goal of 10, so thank you all for following today. Yes, I understand now, Vivid Snake. Thank you for letting me know. How many likes do I have? I know it must be, is it? Blue Light is at the top of the chart. Symphony, I didn't even see Symphony's here. She's liking the stream too. What? Hi, Symphony. Thank you. 10.3 now. 10.2 to 10.3 real quick. Thank you guys. That is so kind. So helpful, so supportive. You truly are all the best. Your last final is Wednesday, so after that, you're gonna be on break. Yay! You're in the home stretch, Komeda. What's your final? What class is it? Okay, now these guys are back and I don't like them. They're extremely annoying and will not leave me alone. Where's the other one? He's gonna get me. Where is he? I thought that was the last one. No. What was the? No. I'm trying to figure out what just happened. Thank you for the heartbeat. These guys won't leave me alone. Leave me alone. your bow more effective? Well, they're gone now, thank goodness. Biology, it's a biology final. Ooh. Do you like that class? Are you enjoying biology? I guess I do. Part of why I didn't want to have my bow out was was because I don't like to use the arrows, but I guess I do get plenty of arrows whenever I like break vases or whatever. Is that the fish or is that treasure? I don't care that much about treasure in the water at this point. Do not tell me there's a big... That's a fish. Is that a fish I haven't talked to yet? I think so. Hold up. I need to speed up. So yeah, I equipped the bows Vivid Snake because you're right. And I do get enough that it should be okay. But if there's a big octopus that I have to fight, then I'm gonna need to get the bow or the boomerang back out. Get away from me. I just want to talk to this fish. Can you just let me talk to a fish for a sec, please? Real quick, please. I see him bouncing. I see him jumping in the water. I need to bait that fish, y'all. I need it. Yeah, that's the right fish. That's the right fish, I think. I hope. Okay, time to equip the bait. Bait that thing! Yeah! I baited that thing. You said yeah? The final will be super easy because my professor gave us a study guide that has like 200 questions that all the what? You get all... So... That is so nice. I remember I had some professors and teachers who did that in college too, and that's seriously so helpful. Like, I hate when teachers or professors or whatever would not give any information about what would be on the exam, ever. That was so frustrating to me. Because that, like, in real life, a lot of the time, yes, we need to be able to recall information, but we also need to know how to use our resources. And if someone's giving us information, we need to know how to pay attention to the information we're giving them and like read it carefully and understand it. Those are skills that people need in life too. And then like immediate recall of a bunch of facts and stuff is not really as common in real life situations. You missed it when it was the running joke in the stream because the fish liked... Oh yeah, the fish likes Miss Marie. He said she's gorgeous. Miss Joy. Miss Marie, who likes the joy pendants. Hoy, small fry. Yeah, I've heard. I take it you want a chart and information about this island. Then start by opening up your sea chart. Blah, blah, blah. Let's go. I've got almost the entire bottom row now. Oh, my back is hurting. It's about time for me to stand up and take a quick little break. Let me ask you something, Fry. Thank you so much for... What just happened? What? I heard the sound before I saw it. Lebowski, a second galaxy? Bro, what? Big W for Lebowski. That's crazy. You are so generous. Crazy in a good way. You are so generous. Thank you so much. I'm seriously feeling so blessed. Thank you. Big W for Lebowski, everybody. Watching Wind Waker and playing Wind Waker, Samwise Gamgee. Welcome in. Happy to have you here. I didn't know I was going to get a Hobbit in here today. So you're currently playing this game? How far along are you in the game? Are you like literally playing it right this moment? I do feel so blessed. Seriously. That is beyond anything. I mean, I don't expect that at all. Just anything I would have ever thought would happen today. Thank you so much. Watching Wind Waker while playing Wind Waker while on a boat. Yeah. Oh, call her Joy. It's easier to remember. I want to call her Miss Joy all the time because she likes the joy pendants. Yes, I'm playing it right now. I just got the last pearl. Yay! I thought that I was so close to beating the game at that point. There's still so much to do. Have you played this game before? That's why we have no problem doing it, because you show the appreciation for it. Oh, Soul Tide. That's so sweet. Of course I do. I can't imagine not. I can't imagine not being grateful for it. Or showing the grateful. What? Stop! Stop it! Okay, Lebowski, you don't actually have to, but what? Did you literally just send me another one? I'm gonna cry! Out of happiness? What?
Do it, lady.
Thank you so much! That is too kind! You literally sent- What?! What?! Why?! Thank you! I don't know why you guys are so freaking generous, but I am so freaking thankful. I don't know what to do or say. I'm blessed. Holy cow. Wow. Oh my god, for real. I don't even know. I'm seriously like, I feel speechless. I don't know what to say other than thank you guys so much. Thank you. Samwise Gamgee, thank you for the follow. No, thank you. Thank you guys so much. I don't know, is there something else I should say? Thank you. This has never happened to me before. That's crazy. I have been blessed with the galaxies before. Lebowski especially, but not, have I gotten 5 today? 5 galaxies is unreal for me. Plus all the many other gifts that you guys have sent. That's crazy. Thank you guys. I'm shooketh. You have 500 set aside every Saturday for gifts. Shermie Journey, thank you so much for the follow. Just keeping me. Oh, thank you. I will. I don't plan on changing. Thank you so much. That's crazy. You were so generous, Soul Tide, for that. Don't forget about my run, bros. You also gave me, you gave me something else too. Go Popular or something, Steezy. It wasn't just 1 rose, right? Didn't you say you like reloaded your coins and you gave me more, like 20 Populars or something? I know you gave me more than 1 rose, and I appreciate everything. 1 rose, 1,000 coins on a galaxy, whatever it is, it all adds up. So thank you guys so much. And a game controller. Yes, I knew it. I knew it was more than that. The 1 rose was amazing. It was a beautiful rose, and it's still living on in my heart and in real life. You said Twilight Princess is better. Zeldin, I have only played the first little bit of that game when I was like 13. I did not get very far in that game, so I definitely need to play that one. After this game is done, I'm gonna play Pokemon ZA, and then after that, I'm probably playing another Zelda game. So that will come up. I don't know if that'll be the next Zelda game I do, but it will be a game I play. I've heard it's amazing. Courtesy of your sister's credit card, that's right. Did you answer my question? I asked if that was allowed, or if she had given you permission to use her credit card. That rose probably smells beyond amazing. Oh, it smells so good. It's beautiful. I love it. It smells like chocolate and caramel, as roses typically do. Heartbeat! Thank you for the heartbeat, Samwise Gamgee. Yay, you're in my fan club. Yay! Oh, it was your card. Okay. What the? What the? Thank you, Lebowski. What are you doing? Thank you so much. I'm gonna explode with joy. I don't know if I can handle this.
Do it, lady.
What? Stop it! Lebowski, thank you so much. You gave me 2 more galaxies. What do I even do with this? Thank you so much. What? What? Thank you. Another rose. Yes, another 2 roses. My other rose has a rose friend. Thank you. I literally am about to have a whole universe. Thank you, Lebowski. W for Lebowski. W for Steezy. W for Soultide. Soultide and Lebowski gave me multiple galaxies, but everybody has been very generous with gifts today, more so than ever before. I've never experienced this before, so thank you guys so much. Please don't make Meg explode. Get your Game Boy for Christmas. Lebowski, now I can. Shermie Tree. Oh my god, a level shift. I'm adorable with how happy I am. Thanks. I don't know what to do with myself, Shermie Journey. I'm too happy. Ah, level shift? What? Is that more? What? That's what? A level shift? That is crazy. That's crazy. That's absolutely bonkers nutso. Thank you for the level ship, Soultide, and the super GG, Soultide. What? I'm sweating. I really might explode. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. I'm beyond blessed, for real. What a nice first experience ever of my entire life, getting this many gifts. Thank you guys. Rose, thank you for the rose. Shermie Journey, now I have 3 roses. I almost have a whole bouquet. I almost have a whole bouquet of roses. Thank you so much. The gift battle does rage on. No random combustion, please. I will try my best. Oh, I will try my best not to randomly combust. What? Guys! How am I gonna keep playing this game when you keep giving me gifts? I am taking it happily. Thank you. 58 roses? I have like 4 bouquets of roses. 5, 6, 4, 5, 6. A galaxy again? Best gear? I can't. Thank you guys so much. Lebowski, Steezy, Soultide again with the so many gifts. I can't believe Lebowski gave me another galaxy. It is Christmas. It literally feels like Christmas. You guys are better than Santa. I don't know what you are. You're like,
Do it, lady.
I don't know. Everybody that actually, I can't even process. Another rose! Yay! A Merry Spongemas? Bro! What? Thank you, Soultide! I just saw the Merry Spongemas! What in the world is happening to me today? You guys are so generous. Another rose! Thank you! Thank you for the roses. They're beautiful. Thank you. I'm dying. I'm dead. Confetti, guys, stop it. I can't. Okay, you don't really have to stop. I'm not mad at you. I'm so thankful. But what? I just can't process it. My brain is literally like, what is happening? Thank you guys so much. This is so crazy. I'm so thankful.
Do it, lady.
Let him cook. Let him cook, Steezy. Thank you for the let him cook. I'm Santa. Imagine me coming down the chimney. I'm imagining like all of you somehow. Santa can fit down the chimney, then like 10 people, 5 people can fit down a chimney. Sure, with the magic of Christmas, the spirit of Christmas. It would have to be you because I'd get stuck. Well, maybe the chimney will open up like it does in the Santa Claus. Like magically it'll open up and fit everybody. You all are gifting and blessing me so much. Thank you, truly. Now I can. I'm pretty sure now I can get the Lego set. So thank you guys, because that's what I wanted. I'm pretty sure I can now. Wow, thank you. Woo! I'm sweaty with gratitude. Have y'all ever been sweaty with gratitude before? Thank you. Komeda, by the way, I don't know for sure if I can, but I'm pretty sure I get like, so I don't know if y'all know this, but TikTok keeps part of the gifts. So I don't get the full amount, but I think what I have received today, it at least would cover half, probably half at least of the cost. So I could get the other half, probably. That is amazing. Thank you guys. I love you, Blue Light. Thank you. Steezy, you said stingy. Half is still a blessing. It is such a blessing. That like takes care of a large chunk of it. It's like $60. I'm pretty sure I've received probably 30 in real life dollars. And it's such a huge blessing. Thank you guys so freaking much. I love you all. I want to get the Game Boy game set. The like original Game Boy Lego set. How many coins is the level ship? I can't find it. 1,500? It's crazy. Yeah. Lynn Queasy also, hi! Welcome in! Happy Saturday. I'm glad to have you here. Okay. Woo! Ooh, yeah. Stacey, were you saying TikTok is stingy? Is that what you were saying? Or am I being stingy? Who's being stingy? I hope it's not me. Hi, that's fun. Yes, I'm so excited. I'm so happy. I really wanted to get it when it first came out, but I was like, no, I don't have the money for that. So I've been waiting, and now I definitely could get it. You guys are seriously amazing. TikTok is so stingy, agreed. But y'all, we might need to be careful with what we're saying because they might shadow ban me or something. So TikTok, we love you. We love you. I do love TikTok for many, many reasons. I've met all of you guys because of TikTok. So yeah, we love you, TikTok. You're the best. Yeah. I'm gonna be careful with what I say about TikTok because I'm literally on TikTok and it's given me so many opportunities that I would not have had without it. So it is great. And I'm gonna leave it at that because I don't want to get shadow banned. Woo! You shared the stream, Shermie. Oh, Alex, I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for stopping by, hanging out. I will see you later. TikTok, we love you. Hulk Smash. Thank you, Shermie Journey. Yes, liking the stream, sharing the stream, chatting on the stream, following me, all of those things are completely free. For those of you who don't have the means to spend real life money on people on TikTok, I don't want you to do that. I want you to take your money and spend it on what you needed to spend it on. But if you want to support me still, you can do that by sharing the stream, by chatting in the stream, by watching the stream, by following me, all of those things. Soul Tide, thank you so much for sharing the stream. Yes, that's beyond helpful. All of those things contribute to my reach. So gifts help with how many people I reach, but so does the free options like sharing, chatting, liking, following, watching, even just viewing, even if you don't want to talk. If you're somebody who likes to lurk and not talk, just being here as a viewer helps. So thank you guys. Thank you, Shermie, for sharing the stream again. Wow, thank you so much. I feel very, very blessed. Seriously, thank you. I just popped up into your For You page, Shermie Journey. I'm so happy I did. I don't know. Mr. Krabs runs TikTok. Probably Steezy. You're playing this right now on the GameCube. Hey, Wisdom, no way. I'm playing this on the Nintendo Switch Online, but I have a GameCube controller with the Nintendo Switch too. to play it. How far into it are you, Wisdom? Have you played it before? I love that I pop up on people's For You pages sometimes, though. That's good to hear. You're gonna get ready for work. Have fun being in the same spot for the rest of the stream. Vivid Snake, no, I'm about to move forward. However, I did say I need to stand up for a 2-minute break 30 minutes ago before y'all started blessing the heck out of me, and I really do need to stand up. I've been sitting here for an hour 42 minutes. That's not healthy, and my back hurts. People need to stand up more than once every hour 42 minutes. My goal is to stand up much more often than that, but I am going to take a stand break. I'm not going anywhere other than literally just gonna go stand, walk around my house for a sec, pet my dog, pet my cats, and hug my husband, and then I'll come right back and keep going, and I will make progress in the game. If you're just getting in here, I'm currently working on filling out my C chart, getting Triforce shards, Triforce charts, and I'm about 80% done with the game. So when I come back, I'm gonna keep working on exploring around and getting my C chart filled. We stand for Meg. Yes, if you haven't stood up in a while, I encourage you also to take this opportunity to stand, stretch your legs, get a drink of water, get a snack, get comfy, move that body a little bit, and I will be right back. Thank you guys for being amazing. I need just like 2 minutes or so, so I'll see you in a sec. Hey, I'm back. Yay. Hi. Hello, Annie. Hi. Thank you for sharing the stream. Welcome in. Big W to all the chatters. Thank you so much for being here. W supporters hanging out. Don't forget to share and like. Thank you so much for sharing the stream. Blue Light, thank you for sharing the stream. You guys are the best. Thank you for the heart me, Annie. Yay. So happy to have you all here. Okay. Komeda, a long time ago, you said really the only final you're actually worried about is Chem. Chemistry was my worst subject, for sure. Chemistry and geometry, oddly enough, I did pretty well in trigonometry a couple years later, but geometry was not good for me. And that was in high school. I didn't take chemistry in college, so I can't even imagine chemistry in college. At a college level, it's probably really, really difficult. Thank you guys for the warm welcome back. I hope you guys took that moment away to stretch your legs, get some snacks if you're hungry, pet your animals if you have them, and we're gonna make some progress now. Calculus, I never took calculus. I took statistics. It was like an option to take statistics or calculus or something my senior year, and I don't think I needed calculus for anything, and I also didn't want to hate senior year entirely, so I chose statistics. I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Okay. Okay. Have I been using R to make my boat jump? Going out to sea just to jump around would be real dumb if you ask me. Anyway, what you can do is tilt the joystick to move your tiller just as you land. That's how you make a sharp turn. If you didn't know that, why don't you try it out? I didn't know that. And that's all the info I've got to offer. If you want to hear it again, you'll have to throw some more bait on the water. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. You just took your calc final today. How did it go, Komeda? Okay, I have not explored this island yet, so I don't think I have, at least. I'm gonna get out here. Is there a way for me? Can I maybe use my hook shot to get up here? Maybe? No. Oh, yeah. That, it did. It did. Oh, bruh. No! No! What did I just do? It's so quiet right here. No. Oh, it worked. Okay. Okay, good. Yay! Yay! You said it went well, you think? Good. I'm glad you think it went well. That's a big deal. Hey, that's a pretty slick boat you got there, kiddo. So what do you say, kiddo? You want to play a boat game for 30 rupees? What do you say? Tell me the rules. Well, I ain't that good a talker, but here goes. Now listen up. The deal is you take your boat and sail over the barrels floating in the water and see how many rupees you can bring to the finish line within the time limit. there's two kinds of floating barrels you got to watch out for. The ones that float on their sides and the ones that float upright. You can get the rupees above the barrels floating on their sides by just sailing right over the barrels. But if you run into the barrels floating upright in the water, they'll rough you up. You know you can press R to jump your boat, right? Yeah, well, to get the rupees over the upright barrels, you gotta jump with R. It's the only way. Okay. The barrels get placed out there based on which way the wind's blowing, so watch that wind gauge behind your boat real careful like. Oh, and one more thing, if time runs out before you finish, you lose, so watch the timer too, will ya? Them's the rules. Okay, where is this island located? South? It's one of the bottom spaces in the south. Like the... I can't remember how many squares there are. 8? Is there 8 squares per row? Is that right? I might be in like the 5th or 6th in the bottom, if I'm remembering correctly. Chem is hard, but you're doing better in the class than you thought you would. Awesome. That's good. Komeda, you're doing great. And you're almost done with your first semester. That's amazing. Hey, hola, welcome in. Happy to have you here. Ruxby, how are you doing? Alex, you're here. Also, the Wombo King, hello and happy Saturday. I'm happy to have you here. You're free from your sister's cookie party, Alex. What is a cookie party? Did you get to eat cookies? Because that sounds amazing.
Yeah,
I wouldn't want to be free from that. I would want to be there forever. Ruxp, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Now I'm really close to meeting my goal. Am I just one follow away? Yay! Thank you. Okay. Them's the rules. What do you say? Want to give it a shot? What do you say? I will try. I'm a little bit confused about the wind. The thing he said about the wind. Everybody makes cookies. It was awkward. Don't talk to my you don't talk to your siblings? Ah. Oh, that's not the one I needed. Shoot! No, I already missed it. No. Dang it. Okay, I can sail right over this. Ah! Ah! No! 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 This is not gonna go well. I already know it. I'm not too interested in repeatedly trying this game, TBH. Dang it! This is really hard to control for me. No! I'm missing so many rupees. That was okay. No. I'm at 3 minutes left on the timer. I'm doing a little better, chat. I'm sorry I'm not responding to your chats right now. I gotta focus. I gotta lock in. I'm stressed. What's happening? Oh, that was okay. That was okay. That was okay. Why does it keep going? There's so much. Dang. Okay. Wait, it's still going? Oh. Did I do it? Even though I didn't get all of them? I got 126 rupees? Nice. Okay, so I didn't have to get all of them. Oh, thank you so much, Pog, for the follow. Thank you. Happy to have you here. How's your day going? The Fuzzman cometh. Yes, the Fuzzman is in the Purple App chat. The party has arrived. It's Soultide. Yay. Thank you, Soultide, for following me on the Purple App. I'm so happy to have you over here. Yay. I really appreciate it. That is really helpful. Thank you so much. Alex is finally here. Yay! Yay! Woo! So you don't talk to your siblings, Alex. How many siblings do you have? I feel like you may have told me that before. Is it just you guys aren't really like friends like that, or what? Why don't you talk to them that much? Oh, way to be. Alrighty then, here's the 126 rupees you collected as I promised. They're all yours. Enjoy, kiddo. Looks like you made a fortune. Come back and do it again sometime. Okay. Yeah, that was actually not bad. I thought it was like I had to win or something. Wow, you subscribed to me. Pog, aka Soul Tide. Thank you so much for the subscription. Wow. Oh, you gifted a sub to Komeda. Holy cow. Thank you. Komeda, you got a subscription. That's my sister, Soul Tide. Thank you so much. That is so generous of you. Yes, you got a gift sub. That is so freaking kind. Thank you. Yay! How nice. Okay. Put away. I don't know if these are worth messing with. Yeah, it just... I can't... Okay. Ah! Okay, the magic is good. Okay, is there anything else to do here? I don't think so. I don't see anything else other than it was just that game, so I'm gonna go back to my boat. I'm still working. Yes, this is my... Okay, here I am. There's seven spots per row. I'm in the 6th spot in the very bottom row of the map. 6 from the left. You're welcome. You're welcome. 5. You talked to your sisters whose party you went to and your niece and nephew. The rest are estranged. I'm so sorry to hear that. Yay! I love seeing my emotes in the chat. If you're on my fan club on TikTok, you can send the... Oh! I reached the goal! The follow goal, the Wombo King! Yay! Thank you for following me! I'm happy to reach that goal. Did you get filtered for speaking Spanish? No, I saw your Spanish, but I don't know what you're saying. I know I saw you ask something about me, Blue Light. What are you saying? So I saw some Spanish at least. I don't know if you said more than that. I love it! Yay! You're sending the animated emotes too. Yes, yes. Oh, you asked if he just followed me. Yes, Aruxp followed me. Aruxp followed me. So thankful for the follows. I am just feeling very, very blessed today by all of you. I'm sorry to hear about the situation with most of your family members, but glad you at least have that one sister that you are talking to, and your niece and your nephew. That's good. I also have 5 siblings. I thought that we had talked about that before because I had kind of vaguely remembered, Alex, that you had said something about having a lot of siblings, or I feel like maybe we've had a similar conversation before. But I have 3 sisters and 2 brothers, so I relate with the big family thing. Okay, I need my Wind Waker. That was the other thing I wanted. And I need to keep going east. I'm finishing up my chart going east. Ah, yes, all my emotes. I don't think Noodle is here, but Noodle or Lemon's Tarts is their username with Z's instead of S's, made the emotes, and I freaking love them. So if you're a streamer and you want emotes, Lemon's Tarts with a Z is the best. All right, we're gonna go east. It's, as a Latina, you also relate to the big family. Oh, yeah. I bet. I guess it's like always, it's getting a little different, I guess, as we get older, but it's kind of always been like a lot of people at the holidays. And then my husband, his, like, Christmas get-togethers, like on actual Christmas Eve or day, I guess aren't as big family-wise, so I think it's a little bit... It has been something for him to get used to over the years, to have so many more family members, including the nieces and nephews that we have, like kids, little kids, on top of everything else. It's definitely a whole thing. It's all right. It's my choice. We're estranged. I understand that. Well, then, if it's your choice, then it's all good, you know? As long as that's what you have chosen. It makes sense. Yes, Queen Megstar, takes time to know the Jester. Noodle confirmed Dub Master. Heck yes. Noodle confirmed Dub Master 100%. I'm pretty sure this is the fish that I want. I'm like 90% sure, but I'm not. Okay, I think that this is in the square that I am trying to get filled out. It just keeps getting louder and more crowded as the years go by. Yeah, with the little ones, absolutely. And the dogs. The dogs, too. They make it something special as well. I love how on the Purple app, the chat is filled with my emotes. I love seeing that. It's amazing. I love that. Woo! Okay. How do you have a lot of siblings, Blue Light? I kind of feel like we've talked about that too. That you have several siblings as well, but maybe not. Maybe I'm getting confused. Hoi, Small Fry, and I love getting to know you, Alex. Everybody here. I love learning about the people that I'm talking to. Makes me feel real warm and fuzzy inside. Hoi, Small Fry. Yeah, I've heard. I take it you want a chart and information about this island, then start by opening up your sea chart. I'm almost done with the bottom row. Thank gosh. Okay, interesting. Just a bunch of dots. I think that's the rocks that I could see in the water. Have you seen it, Small Fry? The ghost ship? Because it's real. It's even been seen here. It's in these very waters on nights when the crescent moon faces down. That's when horror rises. When the crescent moon faces down. And that's all the info I've got to offer. If you want to hear it again, bait him again. Blah, blah, blah. He's a hungry boy. Yeah. I know. Okay. So, I see birds. Why? Is there any benefit, chat, to doing anything with the birds on here? Probably not. Thank you for the heartbeat, Brittany. So happy to have you here. Yay! How's your day going? Okay, I'm gonna say I don't want to deal with those birds right now. So I'm gonna keep going on my chart. I guess I'll do the border of the map. So I'm just gonna go north now. North. And then that way I don't have to like change the direction of the wind as often. You think it's an island I can use the Huoi pair on. Oh, what is the benefit of like to get... Oh, but those aren't seagulls. Those are like the other kinds of birds, right? I thought I could use it to control seagulls. Burb. It's a burb. Your day's been good. How's yours? How much have you gotten done today? I filled out 3 spots on the bottom row of my chart, explored a couple islands, got a couple chests, and now I'm going to continue on with exploring and filling out my sea chart. And also, like, with the whole overall goal being having a sea chart that is decipherable by Tingle, because I'm working on Triforce chart stuff still. So the key focus right now is filling out my sea chart so that I can provide or get some helpful information and understand what Tingle is telling me whenever we talk. And he like deciphers information for me. It turns you into a seagull, then you fly around hitting switch things. Oh. Well, if I need to do that, then I suppose I will go back and do that. I don't feel in the mood to do that right now. I want to get my freaking chart done. It's like
Do it, lady.
taking forever. The Go Popular. Thank you so much, Brittany. I appreciate it. You think it's optional, Hulk Smash? Thank you. Yeah, if it's optional, I'm not gonna worry about it. If it's required, I'll get back to it at some point when I need to. But my key focus right now, what I absolutely must and want to and need to get done right now, is filling out the remainder of my C chart. I would love to get it all done. I don't know if I could actually get it all done today, but that would be amazing if so. Oh crap. I don't like that. I just want this fish to get close enough to me to bait him. Yay, he's swimming now. Okay. I'm gonna need some more bait soon. That's good though. That means that I've like restocked on bait already earlier today. So the fact that I'm already kind of getting lower on bait is good. I've made progress. Hoi, small fry. Yeah, I've heard. I take it you want a chart and information about this island? Then start by opening up your sea chart. Got it. Got it, bud. What is it? Tell me. Okay. I see. It is some bumpies. Some lumpy bumpies. Hey, small fry, do you know about the Nintendo Gallery? The only way in there is to hit a switch that's way up high in the Forest Haven. But the only way to do that would be to bribe one of the goals by putting a little bait on your head. And that's all the info I've got to offer. If you want to hear it again, you'll have to throw some more bait on the water for me. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, yes, Mr. Greedy Fish, I totally... Ah! Die. Uh-oh. It's nice that I can see how much health they have left. Why is it not shooting him? Shoot! What? Maybe I do need to use the boomerang. Cause the, No! No! I don't want to talk to him right now! I'm literally in the middle of getting attacked. I do not want to talk. Get me in here. Now, die. And I know I could hit them more of them at once, but whatever. I didn't really care that much. Okay, chat. How's everybody doing? Do you guys have plans today? I guess if it's snowy out, that kind of limits what people are gonna be able to do or will be doing today. Unless you have something that's good for driving in the snow. But I know some people here today have had decent weather because they don't live where they're snowy. Scram, she doesn't want to talk to you. Rin, why are you lying on me? That is not true. Why are you always lying?
Do it, lady.
Wait, I want to go to that thing. Shoot. What just happened? Thank you for the heartbeat inside. You're here. I'm so happy you made it. How are you doing today? Crap, I wanted to explore that. Thank you so much for sharing the stream, Ensign. I love the support. Thank you. And the heartbeat. Did I say thank you? Study, hanging with some friends later. It's a snowstorm here. Snowstorm here too. Lots of snow. I wouldn't say storm, I guess, but I don't really know. Blue Light, you're gonna teach me Spanish? Yes, please. Although I do have to be careful. Brittany Broski on this Cash App ad is amazing. You have a Cash App ad? Who's Brittany Broski? I don't know who that is. I guess you can't hear me if you're watching an ad right now. I did? Let's go. Yes, let's go. So how are you hanging with friends if it's a snowstorm? Is it safe enough to drive where you are, Alex? You have a work Christmas party you're debating on going? Yeah, I get that. I don't love those types of things, but I do like food free food, drinks, and sometimes there's like gifts or whatever. So that's nice, I guess. But I totally get it. Whoops, I didn't mean to shoot it like right that second. Can I not do... Bruh, I didn't mean to do that. I thought I could get it on this tree. Am I not close enough? That's probably it. I probably need to get a little closer. I don't know if there's any purpose of being on these. Really? It usually works on the trees. I'm shocked. Oh, maybe I can get up that way. Whoa, 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 buddy. Slow down. Can I just climb up this way? Oh, okay. Well, that's easy. Nothing of use. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. A lot of practice. It's not bad enough to stay off the roads. Gonna play some Party of Mario. Yay, I love that game. Do you play Jamboree? Is that the one that you play? We should play sometime together. Who is your... Yes, there is a reason to be here. There's a hole in the ground over there. Who is your favorite character to play as on that game? Jonah made you spaghetti! Yeah! Ah, shoot. I did not think about that at all. No. I should have changed the direction of the wind to be more helpful. Try again. That's what we do here. We keep trying. You've been on maternity leave. You haven't seen most of them for a minute and you have social anxiety. Congratulations. What? Bruh. Okay, I forgot again. So I'm glad I did it then. That I need to change the direction of the wind. But, congratulations on having your baby. And I would feel really weird about seeing everybody after not seeing them for so long while being on maternity leave, especially with social anxiety. I totally get it. I understand. That wouldn't be my choice of how to spend time, given all of those circumstances, especially in the winter when it's cold out. Gosh, you love food too. You love food. What food do you love? What food do you love? Pog, aka Soul Tide. What's your favorite food? Your go-to Shy Guy when they have him. Yes, I love Shy Guy. I kind of want to go more... Well, I guess the direction I'm facing is right. No, it's not quite right. But this should be fine, right? Is this higher? That's higher than I am, right? So I don't actually know if the leaf is going to work. So how do I get over there? Okay, that worked. Yay! Yay! Okay, I didn't need the leaf after all. Just jump. Big food fan. Big food fans all around. I'm a big food fan as well. I'm gonna make some suspend points because I have, whoops, made quite a bit of progress. Suspend point is a hole. Wonderful. Love it. Great. Okay, I'm a big fan of food and candy. I'm a big candy fan. I have a crazy sweet tooth. All food. Shermy Jermy, welcome back. Ooh, this place is cool. Where am I? It's beautiful. I love this. Seems very peaceful. Oh, it looks like I wonder if I can blow these to change the directions of them. The leaves on the sides kind of make it look like I can. Oh, that is not peaceful looking. Straight ahead. What is that? Those are just like vines? Okay. Interesting. Interesting. What's everyone else's character? I love Pauline. I love to be Pauline or, oh, what's his name? Now I'm blanking on it because I'm usually Pauline. The guy, he's like a round little boy. Ninji. That is him. I like him. He's cute. Beef stroganoff tonight. That sounds, whoops, I did not mean to pull out my map. I always do that. Okay. Oh, I see some flowers to jump in. Oh, those are things that I've in the past done things with. I can't remember what. I'm gonna have to go back this way anyway, I guess. So when I go back, I could work on collecting the other rupees I see. I'm curious about what is over here. More so, oh, than I don't have anything like. Nope, nope, that's not what I wanted. No, I wanted to equip my grappling hook so I can get some spoils from these. Jonah loathes Jamboree? Why? Why does he loathe Jamboree? Mine is Spike and Megstar is Ninji. Yes, I love Ninji and I love Pauline. You only play Mario Party when I have to, though. Yeah, Hulk Smash is not big on Mario Party. Which is, it's nice that he will play occasionally with me when I ask him to, but it sounds more like he's more like a Jonah Blue Light, my husband is, than me and you. You feel like a hacker from a movie when you're typing in both chats. You look like one too. Okay. What was I doing? Oh yeah. Okay, now he can die. Yay! Yeah, I know. Okay. So, I really would like to know... Yeah, that's not good. That's not gonna work. These things are kind of cray-cray. Can I not jump up? Oh, I can burn them. Maybe I can burn them. Maybe? Do they burn? No. Obviously not. So what do I do? Is there a place to grapple? Hi, Beersy Poo. Welcome in. How are you? I'm so happy to have you back here today. Happy Saturday. We've been talking about food we like and Mario Party main characters and Dubai chocolate bars. Bro, I want to try those so bad. I see them everywhere when I'm looking at food and I've never had it before. But is it as amazing as I feel like they are? The Blind Swan, thank you so much for the follow. How do you deal with the inverted camera in Wind Waker? It's so weird. As WQ, I hardly deal with it. I get very frustrated with it. I guess I just get a little bit more used to it as the time goes on. But for the first bit of it, and even still, it throws me off. And it does get very frustrating. So I feel ya with that. Do I like pistachio? I love pistachio. Isn't it pistachio chocolate? Because I want that. That sounds so good. Don't believe Alex. He is not Sheriff Fuzz. Oh, right. Whoops. Sheriff Fuzz and Alex are completely different people. Alex, why are you lying? Why are you pretending like you're in the purple app? So worth it. They are like expensive, but today I was blessed by you and many people. So maybe I could also use some of the money I got to buy a Dubai chocolate bar finally. Because it sounds so freaking good. Do you like Kit Kats? Kit Kats or Twix? I love Kit Kat and Twix. They're both two of my favorite chocolate bars, like out of like the classic types of chocolate bars. It's like a mix of the, okay, then I would freaking love the Dubai chocolate bars. Pistachio, Kit Kat, Twix mashup. It has pistachio cream in it. Oh, that sounds so freaking good. I need it. Okay, I need to be looking for a grappling hook or hook shot opportunity area, maybe above. Maybe I can I can't really see up is the problem. I cannot see any. Oh, that actually kind of helped. Let me get my grappling hook. I don't see anything obvious at this point. Doesn't look like there's something. Whoops, I did not mean to do that. You're not a sweets person? The Reese's Oreo Cup combo. Oh my god. Yes, I've seen those too. That sounds so good. I need to try that, Lebowski. You guys are making me really hungry for sweets right now. That sounds so good. I've always been huge on sweets. Alex, did you like grow up around sweets? Because I did, unfortunately. That was pretty common for there to be like sweet things in the house. So I think that's part of what contributed to my huge sweet tooth, was that I ate that stuff as a kid. Did you eat sweets as a kid? Use the leaf, if I remember correctly, and flew in. Oh. Ah. Okay. I can try that, Brittany. Good idea. Because I want to get to that treasure chest right there. And then there's also things to do up there. There's like a little door right there. I kind of want to get in there if I can. I don't know how I would even get up there. But I'm interested in doing that. I also want to get this. So, okay. Have we tried turning the switch on and off? I don't want to try doing that. Not yet. The texture is like those Kit Kat bars, but so good. It's sweet, but not sickly sweet. Pistachio is one of your few natural predators. What does that mean? What do you mean by that, Alex? Your palate just likes bitter and spicy. I like, whoops, that was not good. Some spicy and some bitter. I like sour. Spicy is like, I don't like the spicy for the sake of being spicy, but it has no flavor. It has to have flavor for me to enjoy the spice. Yeah, nope. Okay. So then, there's obviously these things too. And I don't know what they are for, but it seems like something. Nope, not that. Maybe inside those things that shoot you up. You love spicy? What kinds of spicy foods are your favorite spicy foods? And sour and tart. Yes, I love sour and tart candies a lot. A lot. So, okay, hold on. Inside those things that shoot you up. Those things that we see, the like, the plant guys actually aren't the ones that shoot me up. Those are the guys that, they're alive. I gotta kill them. So, okay. Does anybody have any other ideas? Unless, well, I thought I did kill that one. Wait, oh. Hold on. No. I've never made it over here though. I can go around? Okay. Well, this is better. Okay. I was making it more complicated. Is that a flower I can actually go in? Yay. Good. Okay. So... What? That was not good timing. You have ideas, but no good ones. I think one of them is after you kill it. Yeah. So this one turned out to actually not, or I think I did kill it earlier, and then it did turn into the thing that I could actually jump out of. And then the spiky things, turns out that they aren't everywhere. They're just, they've got a path. Oh. Interesting. Ah! I don't know how to get out of here. Look at you figuring that out. Yes. Thank goodness for a joy pendant. I've already given Miss Joy or Miss Marie all of the pendants that she needs. I think that's all she wanted. Queen Megstars. We don't talk about slide puzzles anymore, Sheriff Fuzz. We leave that alone. Szechuan food is awesome. I've never had Szechuan food. I don't think. Spicy Mexican food. Yeah, I like spicy Mexican food, I guess. I don't normally eat spicy Mexican food. I think it's normally fairly mild stuff that I get, but I would enjoy that because Mexican food is flavorful too. These pendants are said to flock to those who spread joy like butterflies to nectar-filled blossoms. Yay. Oh, they went away. Thank goodness. Okay. So now I can just go back up and then go. That was not good timing. Go all the way over to the door. Hi, Ronald. I no habla español. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh. Oh. Okay, now, yes. Don't forget the chart. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I need to get the chart filled out. Oh, shoot. Wait. How do I get... I need to bring the burning stick up here with me? How? Because it needs to... Can I toss it up? Or... No. Oh, my fire arrows. I'm so silly. Brittany, thank you. Yes. I totally forgot that I have those. Huh? Yay. And I need to actually change them back to the normal mode so I don't accidentally use fire arrows for no reason. And my leaf. I'll use my leaf. Fire! Yes! Where am I going? This is a different hole than I came from. Ah! What? Okay, I was like, what? Okay. Oh, it's another chest. Yay. What's in here? Oh, some hearts. Yes, please. Thank you. I just need a... Oh. A little bit more, please. Any more hearts? I feel bad for breaking those flowers. Whoopsie. Ah! Is Smash still on for tomorrow? Yes. Yes. Last week, I had plans with my mother-in-law, like, decorating and eating and stuff like that, and it just ended up taking longer than I thought it would, so I wasn't able to play. Just family stuff. Family comes first. So tomorrow there will be Smash Bros tomorrow. Hello, fellow Purple App chatters. Alex says, yes, Purple App people, how are you guys doing? We gotta get this party started. Run free. Have your Purple App privileges. That I don't know. I know you can send longer messages in Purple App, and there's less language barrier or like restrictions. So do with that what you will. You're excited for the gym Monday? Love chest and tries. I feel like that's most guys' favorite day lift-wise. That sounds like a good time. Are legs, or what is your least favorite? If chest and tries are your favorite. What kind of, did you guys get me to another like goal? Thank you guys so much. I don't have it up on the screen, but thank you. I love the likes and the love. I feel the love. When you mentioned you were hanging out with mother-in-law, I figured you can't. Yeah. It just took longer than I had thought. And like, when you're with your mother-in-law, you don't rush it to go play a game with friends. You just don't do that. I miss it too. You don't have your Switch FM? Why not? Why not? You were always a leg guy. Your friends used to say you had thighs of a Greek god. I love that. That's awesome. You got a treasure chest, so, or treasure chart. Not a Triforce chart, but treasure. So I'll take it. Not really exactly useful for what I'm working on right now, but that's fine. So he also needs water, I guess, from the Forest Haven water. Yeah, he's just like the other guy. Okay. All right, all right. And I don't have any mail, so I'm gonna keep going. No, no, get in the bot. Jesus. Okay, if Emmy was here, she would be saying she's getting first in Smash. Confirmed dub incoming. Hopefully she's here tomorrow, or maybe not, because I'm a little bit nervous that she will get that dub. Shoulder day is your least favorite. Easiest day, but just boring. Yeah, I can see that. That makes sense that there's just not that much to do. You love leg day too, Lebowski? I love just, I don't lift, and I should. Or just do something for strength, but anytime I move my body, it definitely feels most relieving on my legs for some reason. So like stretching even. Definitely need to stretch more. Okay, so I'm still going north. I lost track of what I was working on. I need to go north. I need to get my sail out. What am I doing? I'm pressing start. Okay, no, I wasn't. I thought I was. I was tripping. Okay. I'm just gonna change the way I have things set up, and now I'm actually gonna do the Song of Passing. Yeah, because it's really dark and I want it to be daytime. Fave Zelda game. Dustin, hello, welcome in. Happy Saturday. I'm having so much fun. This is the most tedious part of the game for sure. I'm working on filling out my sea chart and getting Triforce shards and all of that so that when I talk to Tingle and get help with like deciphering my Triforce charts, that I know what he's talking about. And so it's been a bit tedious today, and the last stream was a little bit as well, just kind of cumbersome, not like the most fun stuff ever, but overall I love the game. I'm having so much fun with it. Oh, I see the fish. I see the fish. So I'm looking around for fish to bait them. Warning, he wants like 400 rupees per chart. Great! And there's 6 or 8 charts. Remind me, chat, how many charts there are total. Back when I competed on stage early 20s, I was 234 pounds at 5'6". I'm a short king, but make up for it. Yes! We love a short king. I love that. So you don't still compete, is that right? 8? Okay, so that means I need 3,200 rupees, and I have 3,400, 3,429. So at least I have enough. Hoy, small fry. Yeah, I've heard. I take it you want a chart and information about this island? Then start by opening up your sea chart. I just worked out for volleyball. Never was a huge fan of working out. I also played volleyball in middle school. I love volleyball. Did you play in high school, Alex? Tell me, Small Fry, have you ever heard of the Golden Triumph Forks? They're there on that island, or at least a chart leading to them is there. Where is it hidden, you ask? Well, for the answer to that, you'll have to ask a goal, and that's all the info I've got to offer. If you want to hear it again, bait me again. Got it. Okay, next, we're gonna go north again. Wait. No, whoa. Stop. I forgot. He just showed me. Okay, I want to go to that, whatever that is, before I go that. Yeah, I gotta explore. Or is that what I just no, this is different. Yeah. Okay. Get out. You played middle school and high school? 6 years? Awesome. Volleyball is super fun. It was like one of my favorite things to play. And then I did track and field in middle school and high school. But in high school I did shot put. I didn't actually run track. I ran whenever we all did like our mile to warm up at practice. Everybody had to do that, including the field people. But I just did shot put in high school. To reach Thornberry Isle, head north from here. Okie dokie. You also helped coach the girls' JV team? Cool. So is this what he's talking about? I need a bird to help me get in there or something. So I need a hoy pair. I do hear a seagull. So if I put the hoy pair on me or something, does he... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, there's a peg there. Oh, what's this? What's this? What is that? What is it? Ah! Ah! No! Am I even doing what I'm supposed to be doing? I'm very high up. Is this even right? Ah! Ah! Oh my god, there's so many of them! Oh my god! Leave me alone! I'm just a bird. I'm just a seagull. I'm just like you guys. For real, for real. Don't get hit. What is the objective? What am I flying around for? No! Dang it. What was the point of that? You have to hit it and all the other ones with the seagull? That's the switch thingy you need to hit. Ah! Jesus. Okay. Is there a way I can, like, kill those birds? From here? Whoops. I guess I would need really good aim. You have to... So... Trading heavy Monday through Friday, rest weekends and good sleep, 7 hours if possible. I think it's the other bird's eggs. I couldn't touch them for some reason. I thought I was on my way to touching the eggs or getting them, but I couldn't get close enough or something. Okay, I do have another hoy pair, so I can try again, but is there a way to kill them before I become the seagull? It's a lot on the body, you said, and eating like that gets hard after a while. Yeah. You said 8 eggs with 4 pieces of toast and potatoes for meal 1. Holy crap, Lebowski. Yeah, that's a lot to eat. That's a lot. You gotta stay disciplined with food is the hardest part. Same. It's always that for me too, is the food stuff is really hard. But it's like the most important thing to actually see progress. Stop it. Stop it. Bro, I can't get it. Stop going around. Stop going around. Stop. Stop. Go down. Ugh. I don't like this. How do you not go? Stop! No! How do you do this without getting hit? And do I even need to do this? Can I just go? I don't like this. I'm not having fun here. And I'm gonna use all my Hoi pairs working on this. Is there any point to doing this, chat? Please tell me. Please. Why? Is it important? Bro. Okay, thank you. Aw. No thank you. I love food, me too, but I could not eat that much all the time. And stay like on top of it, really watching what I'm eating and making sure I'm getting enough intake of everything that's actually good for me. That would be really, really difficult for me. Shout out really quick to everybody on Purple app. I see I have 5 people over there. Thank you so much. Getting my like average viewers up on there has been very helpful and huge. So thank you guys so much for supporting me both on TikTok and the Purple app. I appreciate you. Let's see. I need... Yeah. I'm giving up here. What's this island called? Whoops. Bird's Peak Rock is what this island is called. There's something in there. Like a Triforce shard. I need more Hoi pairs unless I can somehow magically get it this time on my last try with the current Hoi pair, which I don't count on that working. I have no clue how to do this. Oh, but okay, wait. Hold up. I forgot. Yeah. I don't know if this is something. Why is this hook here? Actually, why? Why? What is the point of this? Twitch chat rise up or purple. I accidentally said the word. What is the point of that? For real? You can climb it? I was trying. I thought I could too. I was trying to get on top of it. You just finished the beef stroganoff. So good and not healthy. Sounds so good. For real. Okay, so... How? How come I... How do I... Oh, there we go. Okay. So maybe it's better to, Oh no! Oh no! 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 I wanted... How do you not have that happen? You have to be so careful and know exactly where the fairies are for that not to happen. That's crazy. You can climb it. You have to continue. I have to continue... Oh, you mean to climb it. I see. You're around 193. Lost a lot of your size slowly coming back. 33, everything hurts. Yeah. I feel ya. I'm in pain already. I'm not quite at 33, but I'm getting there and I feel the pain and I know it's just gonna get worse and worse. But staying in good shape is definitely a way to help with that or counteract some of that. Oh, my back hurts so much. Okay. I wish I could just kill those birds from here. I really wish I could. Because I don't know how else to do the seagull thing. 28 has taken a toll out of me 5 months in a row. Or 5 months in rolling on floor laughing. Yeah. I would say some of the things of getting older really started hitting me around 25, 26 is when some of the pains and new things started happening. Like, I started getting acid reflux. If I had like wine or something, I could not drink it without taking some acid reducer, acid controller medicine. I was like, wow, I'm really old. Yeah, and now things in general just kind of hurt more.
Success.
Zia, or whatever. How do you say your name? Thank you so much for the follow. Happy to have you here. You said same. Yeah, that's 26 onward. Things have gradually gotten more noticeably tough. Zia, thank you. Acid reflux is your Achilles heel. I have a bunch of esophagus problems. Dang. Yeah, I didn't really until I started getting older. I'm sorry, though. I hate to hear it. You can see your size. You have pics and videos of how you look now on TikTok. It's been tough. I bet. I need to go look at those. On the plus side, it looks like the things that I've hit stayed. So I actually don't need to go after those anymore. But the other ones have birds on them. So I don't know what to do about the ones that actually have birds. Ah! And I don't know how to get up here, like, smoothly. Ah! No, drop down. I am not good at flying. Stop it. Stop it. Go down. Go down. Ah! No, no, no. I'm not able to do that. Chat, if I have to do that, I can't. I just can't. I can't. Jojo, hi! You said, is it revenge I'm seeking or seeking someone to avenge me stuck within my own paradox? What are you seeking? What is that? Oh, oh, oh! Yes, die! But I don't have any more Hoi pairs. Dang it. Going up and down. You still got to press A going up and down. Oh. I did not realize that. But I didn't. Okay, whatever. So I need to go. I guess I will have to come back here. Hi, Jojo. Five Nights at Freddy's 2. How was it? Did you love it? Fly around one bird and lure them to you. Joe Cool, hi. Hello, welcome in. So, then it'll hurt me. I don't have any more Hoi pairs right now anyway, so I need to go away. I'm gonna keep going north. I'm guessing that I will have to come back here. I'm guessing there must be a Triforce shard or something in there that I have to get, which just great. I love that. I did hit 2 of the switches already, but unfortunately there's like 4 more or something like that I still have to hit, so I'll have to come back with like a pocket full of Hoi pairs for that part. That was very hard for me to do, unfortunately. How are you doing, Jojo? I'm happy to have you back in here today. Oh, what injuries did you have? I just saw that, Lebowski. If you're still here, what injuries did you have? That would be extremely tough. I feel like maybe you told me that already, and I might be just blanking. And if that's the case, I'm sorry. I've been here for almost 3 hours now. And a lot is happening in my head all the time. Especially if I'm playing a game while talking. It's a lot. Thanks a lot for little old me. Hello? Okay, I'm looking for a fish right now, by the way. There he is. I think that's the fish that I want. Yeah. I might want to change the direction of the wind because this is excruciatingly slow. Oh yeah. I also need to get 6 more Triforce shards. 6 charts, not shards. Noodle, hi! I gave you a shout out earlier. I know you weren't here, but everybody in the Purple app was using the emotes that you made, so wanted to make sure y'all got your recognition. Thank you for the heart me. What, Shadow? Shout out? Yeah, you got a shout out earlier. Shout out. I'll do it again. Heck, why not? Shout out to Noodle. Noodle just entered the chat on TikTok. Noodle is the artist of the stickers on the TikTok fan club. If you're a part of it, you can use them. And if you're a streamer and you want emotes that are not just affordable, but extremely well done, hit up Noodle. Lemon's Tarts, the best. The Dub Master, yes, 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 yes. Sheriff Buzz and Komeda are in the Purple app using them right now. I love it. Yes, and I see them on TikTok too. Yes, Noodle. Yes, Noodle gets all the love. Hoy, Small Fry. Yeah, I've heard. I take it you want a chart. Blah, blah, blah. Then start by opening blah, blah. Ah, I'm tired of talking to these gosh darn fish. There's so many of them, and I'm still not even close to finishing any of this. It's so annoying. I hate it. But I love seeing all of the emotes. Yes. And on Purple app, I did add some animation. I mean, I added the easy animations that the Purple app offers to you. I don't know how to animate things. Like, if it was a... Noodle, do you know how to animate things? Like, if you had an emote picture, do you have a way of animating them? Like, I don't know how to do that. You do? Oh, wow. Then for the next emotes, then I might add that. And obviously I would pay you more for that because that's like a whole other thing, but that would be cool. Tell me, Small Fry, do you have any golden feathers? I hear those things are all the rage with Rito ladies. Oh, they go gaga over them. But the thing is, the only way to get a golden feather is to defeat one of those bird monsters. Yep, Rito men who have girlfriends sure have tough lots in life, I tell you. And that's all the info I've got to offer. If you want to hear it again, you'll have to throw some more bait on the water. I would argue that Rito men who don't have girlfriends have even tougher lots because they probably need to get even more of those bird feathers than the ones, well, I mean, the guys with the girlfriends better be fighting for their girlfriends too and proving that they still love them with all of the bird feathers. I'm about to go give some bird feathers and get a lot of Rito women girlfriends. Steezy, what did you miss? I'm continuing to fill out my sea chart and got several treasure chests and things. I still have not gotten any other Triforce shards or anything like that, or charts or whatever it is that I would be getting at this point. Have not gotten more of that, but nope. Nope. I'm trying to change it to daytime. I prefer whenever it's daytime. Triforce shorts. Yes, the Triforce shorts. That's what I need to get back. Welcome in. If you're new here, by the way, I'm Megstar, and I'm playing the Wind Waker for the first time. First full playthrough. I'm gonna beat the game hopefully sooner rather than later. And I'm doing a very long part of the game right now involving collecting information. So yeah, I've got the bottom row filled out. I'm about halfway done with over halfway done with filling out the top or the far right all the way up. I'm going all the way up with this. So it's pretty good. I couldn't tell you if I tried except for birds. I'm so sleepy. I didn't see you say hi, but hi. Aw. I'm so sleepy too. Whoops. I always do that. Look at my map. Or my sail. Not even my map. My sail. I don't even care about it.
Do it, lady.
What did you just do? A cake slice. Thank you so much, Noodle. Thank you. I wish I had a real life cake slice. Sounds good. Okay. I'm gonna, whoops, put this away. Create a suspend point because I don't know what is down here. And so I have 2 out of, I think, 8 is what Brittany had said earlier. Triforce charts. Yay! Cool. I need to get my jar out. My jars? Multiple jars, perhaps? Penguin's lost. Alex wishes he could go to bed now. No! What a bummer. Ooh, who's this? Young Waker of the Winds, allow me to aid you in your quest. What's she gonna do for me? I love all her arms. Beautiful arms. Yes, bless me. You can now carry more arrows. Carry up to 60 with you wherever you go. Great. The fairies in this fountain shall ease your weariness. When you grow fatigued from your battles, come here to be refreshed. Wonderful. That's your girlfriend, Cheddar. How many fish have you baited? No, it's the wrong time to come here. Why? Why is it the wrong time to come here, Jojo? I love your girlfriend, Cheddar. She's beautiful, Alex. I've baited a lot of fish. Today alone. Whoops. No. No. Again, I didn't mean to do that. No, I'm JK. Huge upgrade. Yay. Yes. Big upgrade. Now I can carry double the amount of arrows as I could before. That's very helpful. I don't know that I've actually ran out of arrows, but I have come very close once or twice. Okay, I got some fairies in my jars, so that feels good. I have 60 arrows. That feels good as well. And I baited mini fish, so they feel good today too. I've gotten, I think I did 3 down here, baited 3 fish, maybe 4. And then 3 or 4 on this row as well. So maybe like 6 to 8 fish today that I've baited. Arrows are everywhere in the game. Yes, there's a lot of arrows. Haven't had too much of a hard time keeping up with arrows, but while I'm here, I'm going to try to explore things just while I can. Dang it. Yes, that's a lot of happy fish today, for sure. I need something better than this. That doesn't hurt him? Wow. I got him earlier. I guess just, okay, to get the electricity off of him or whatever. That was what I had to do? Okay. Okay, so I think this is where I will call it. This is gonna take so long. Do I really have to fill out the entire sea chart to beat the game, guys? Because that is a lot of work. I have 8 over in this top right corner. Is that right? Yeah, 8 grid or spaces left to fill in the top right. And then I have 14 in the left side. So 22 total spaces left to fill out. And those spaces apparently need to all be filled out because when Tingle deciphers my treasure charts, I need to know what spaces he's talking about. Or could I use Google? How much would you guys hate me for that? Because, like, that's so much. That's so much. No, you want me to do it the right way? The honest way? When am I going to stream Smash? Steezy, tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time. So last week I was at my mother-in-law's and I just had to stay there longer than I thought. And you don't, I mean, I don't know what your experience with mother-in-laws is, but you don't leave your mother-in-laws to go play video games. You leave your mother-in-laws when you're done with your hanging out with your family. And also just family comes first for me in my life anyway. So, you know. Tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern time, I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying at home, so I will be able to play this game unless something comes up, some sort of emergency. That's the plan. Aw, it's in your contract not to hate me, Alex. That's so sweet. I feel like that's a very authentic statement then, and made out of goodwill and nothing else. So, you're going to play Mario Party tonight. It'll be a good night. Yes, I hope you win, Alex. I hope you get 1,000,000 bajillion stars. You'll try to be there. Steezy, yes, I would love if you could play. That would make my day. I would love to see you there. I would love to see all of you there. Right way. You want me to play the game the right way. You use Google, ended up needing to go to most of them anyway. Dang. You still have to find the charts before the shards appear anyway. Dang. I hate it. It's so long. Cause what? I feel like I've done so much on the game already. I want to sail fast. Whatever. It's okay. I will finish the game the right way. That just means that I probably will not finish this until 2026. A game that I don't stream often, so this has taken me like 3 months plus. That's crazy. Cloud will get third this time, bet. Then I will get second. I aim for second if you aim for third. Bye, everybody. I truly appreciate you all being here. I've loved talking with all of you about sports, lifting weights, eating food, eating candy, spicy food, Christmas, snow, weather, shards, charts, all of the gifts that I got today. I'm beyond grateful for that, seriously. So thank you everybody who gave me gifts today. Thank you everybody who gave me your likes and your views. You spent time with me today. Thank you for the heart puff. Thank you, lady. Ace Beatdown. Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you for the heartbeat, Ace Beatdown. Shirley Journey, I'll see you later. I'm so glad you found my stream and joined today. I had so much fun. Goodbye, Alex. Goodbye, Steezy. Goodbye, Noodle. Goodbye, Coma. Goodbye, Ace Beatdown. Thank you for giving me those gifts. Thank you for popping in here. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the shares. I love you all. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye, Jojo. Bye, Noodle. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, 3 p.m. tomorrow, Eastern Time. And I'll have the open arena, and we're going to make it work. I do remember want people over on the Purple app for that, so we can do the queue and all that good stuff. But I'll have it on TikTok as well. If you start over on TikTok and go over to the Purple app, that would be great too. I thank you for the rose, Brittany. Yay! I got so many roses. Thank you. I'm Be There or Alex Bear. Oh no. What does that mean? I don't even want to know. You better be there. We don't want to find out what Alex Bear mean. Okay. Yes, today was a good day. There's a lot left, but that's okay. I had so much fun with you all, as always. I'll see you later. Goodbye.